Hey guys, today I wanted to share a little bit of advice, or I guess not necessarily advice, but more so why I switched to archery hunting this season, 2023 season. So I've been a rifle hunter since I was 14. That's what my dad did, and that's what I learned to do. And out here in Oregon, it's getting more and more crowded. More people are hunting. Just looking at statistics, in the last couple of years, I think we've got like 20,000 more deer hunters alone than like 5 years ago. So the numbers are going up and the numbers of animals are going down. Also, the number of people that are outdoors just hiking and exploring, off-roading is also going up. So this was my first year trying to do archery. I think in March or February I went and bought a new Bowtech bow, everything I needed to start archery hunting. And another reason why I switched was because the hunting season for elk is a whole month versus hunting season for elk for rifle season is only like 5 days or 7 days, or in some areas it's like 4 days. So I figured if I have more time, then I would be more successful. And hunting for 13 years in Oregon, I still haven't gotten my first elk. Just learning. I'm a first generation hunter, so I didn't have a grandpa or an uncle who passed the knowledge down to me or taught me how to do it. Had to learn everything by myself. My dad got me into it, but so far I've shot more animals than him, probably because I have more time to get out there and scout and explore new areas. Well, anyways, so a couple of things why I really enjoy archery hunting and why I would choose archery hunting versus rifle hunting is, first thing, I have not ran into a single other hunter doing archery this year. I did hunt new area in the wilderness. I met a couple of hikers, but I have not been running into other hunters. Again, if you go during rifle season, there's going to be 5 trucks at every gate, 10 trucks at every trailhead. And in fact, I did go out during rifle season just to see what it was like out there. And definitely not something I want to keep doing, rifle hunting. So from now on, I'm going to be archery only for deer and elk. At least in the state of Oregon. I might get a rifle tag for Washington or Idaho or something like that next year. So definitely less people. I think in Oregon right now there's roughly 100,000 rifle hunters for deer and like 25,000 archery hunters for deer. So the numbers make sense to me. I enjoy the outdoors when I can get away, go out there and not keep running into other people. So another thing that I learned, that I realized while doing archery hunting, is that because your effective range is so short comparing to a rifle. With a rifle, you can sit across a canyon and shoot a deer or shoot an elk 300, 400, 500 yards away, no problem. With archery, you learn to stalk, you learn to sneak up, you learn the wind, you learn how the wind goes. In the mornings the thermals rise, in the evenings the thermals drop, and so I plan my hunt. In the mornings I'm going to hunt from the top down into the canyon because the wind is coming up. In the evenings I'm going to hunt down from the bottom of the canyon going up because the thermals are going down most of the time. And then again, like this year when I got my elk, like every 20 yards I take, I check the wind. The wind changes, my approach, my direction of approach to the animal changes. And I believe that learning the thermals, learning how the wind goes, and constantly checking the wind is probably one of the top things every hunter needs to learn. Because when if you're crawling through the bushes out here, you know, through blackberry bushes, or if you're just walking, hiking, you know, if the animal hears you, it might think it's another animal. Even if you're wearing camo, if an elk sees you, he might think it's another animal. But if the animal smells you, you're done. Like that hunt is over. You have to give him time, give him a couple hours, maybe drive around a couple miles and approach from the other direction for them to totally be not aware that it's you again. So that's probably the top thing that every hunter needs to learn, is that when an animal, you always have to hunt downwind. You always have to hunt with the wind in your face, because if the animal, whatever it is, you know, bear, cougar, deer, elk, if they smell you, they know it's a human being. They know who the human beings are, and your hunt is over, at least with that animal for the time being. So. And I truly believe that, because when God created the world, you know, He told the human being to take dominion over everything, take dominion over the earth, and to rule over the animals. So I think that's why, you know, all the animals have fear of a human being. Why does an insect, you know, is scared of a human being? Why is a mouse scared of a human being? Why is a huge, you know, bear or elk, massive moose, like afraid of a person? Because that's just my opinion. I believe that's how animals were created. They realized that we are humans, you know, they got to be scared of us. Anyways, another thing that I learned in archery, you know, first time archery hunting, is that because my effective range is only 40-50 yards, you know, I slow down. If I have to go fast to track, you know, I would. But if I know there's animals in the areas, you slow way down than with a rifle. Because with a rifle, you know, you see them 100 yards, boom. You can easily shoot, you know, from your hand 100 yards and get a deer, get an elk. But with archery, you know, you have to take into consideration the angle that you're shooting at. You have to take into consideration, like, the branches that might go a little higher, a little lower, where your arrow is going to be flying. You have to take into consideration, like, if you're shooting through bushes, or if there's a bush covering the animal, that it can affect the flight of your arrow. So just because I had to slow down, like, you have to slow down when you hunt, I started seeing more animals because I'm actually not spooking them. So one story is that when I was elk hunting, we heard an elk respond to our bugle. We started sneaking up on him, and, you know, like, every 20 yards I have that squeeze bottle with that checks the wind. And we're checking the wind, me and my friend, he's behind me, and we're trying to sneak up on this bull, and, like, within 8 yards or like 11 yards, we get into a black bear, and I knock an arrow, you know, draw back, getting ready to shoot, and then I see that she has a little cub, this year's cub. It was a baby, and I didn't shoot it, of course, because in Oregon it's illegal to shoot a mama bear or a cub if he's younger than 1 year. But so that's a couple of things that I enjoy and that I learned, is less people in the woods if you switch to archery. Also a better season because it's not raining, and you get into animals because you have to be slower, you have to be more sneaky. So just a piece of advice for guys who are considering to try archery. I would say try it and see if it works for you. I enjoy it. I enjoy it really much. Right now it's December, it's pouring rain. I'm going out for my late deer archery. So I don't know. You got to decide for yourself.